What if, in a matter of seconds, an entire region of Europe, Spain, Portugal, and even parts of France went dark? No warning, no explanation, just silence. On April 28, 2025, this wasn't a scene from a movie, it was real life. It was just past 12:30 p.m. local time when grid operators in Madrid, Lisbon, and Barcelona noticed something strange: voltage fluctuations and frequency spikes. Within 90 seconds, the power grid collapsed. By 12:35, Madrid, Seville, and Valencia went dark. By 12:40, Portugal's north collapsed. By 12:50, the blackout stretched into southern France. Cities like Toulouse and Perpignan went silent. Trains halted mid-journey. Airports shut down. Emergency rooms scrambled. This wasn't a local failure. It was a systemic crash of one of Europe's most advanced grids. In hospitals, surgeries were canceled. One kidney transplant was lost due to generator failure. In cities, people were trapped in elevators. Supermarkets descended into panic. In the countryside, silence was absolute. No internet, no radio, no way to call for help. It wasn't just about electricity. It was a psychological shock, a moment where modern life stopped and no one knew why. So what caused this massive failure? Officials point to a rare, perfect storm of problems. First, space weather. A geomagnetic disturbance, likely caused by a solar flare, may have disrupted long-distance electrical transmission. This isn't science fiction. Solar storms have the power to generate currents in transmission lines. Overwhelming the systems meant to stabilize them. Second, a fire in southern France damaged a high-voltage transmission line connecting Spain and France. With that lifeline severed, the Iberian grid was left isolated and vulnerable. And finally, there are whispers of something more sinister: cyber interference. Some grid operators reported suspicious logins, data anomalies, even deleted system logs. Europe's cybersecurity task forces, including Europol and NATO, are now on high alert, treating this as a possible hybrid threat, a coordinated attack using both nature and code. As governments investigated, people were just trying to survive. In Barcelona, firefighters pried open elevators manually. In Lisbon, ICU doctors fought to keep patients alive on limited backup power. In rural towns, it felt like the modern world simply disappeared. Emergency services were overwhelmed. Ambulance calls surged by 200%. Police officers directed traffic by hand in pouring rain. In a world built on power and connection, the silence was deafening. Europe's power grid is one of the most interconnected systems in the world, but on April 28th, that interconnectedness failed. Why didn't backups kick in? Why did the automated defense systems fail? Experts say the answer lies in outdated infrastructure, over-reliance on automation, and a lack of real-time human oversight. Some backup generators hadn't been tested in months. Others simply failed under load. Europe's grid runs like a Formula One car, but with 20-year-old tires. Dr. Lucas Brewer, electrical systems analyst. This blackout wasn't just an inconvenience, it was a warning. As Europe transitions to renewable energy, its grid becomes more decentralized, more complex, and more vulnerable to failure. In response, the EU is accelerating investment into smart grid technology, cross-border emergency protocols, and, most importantly, cybersecurity. Because next time, it might not be a solar storm or a fire. It could be deliberate. This blackout taught us how fragile the systems we depend on really are. If you want to stay informed about the hidden forces shaping our world, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell. Drop a comment below. Do you think this was just nature or something more?